thank you so much for tuning in and clicking on this video. It's the latest on trend with your girl BeAmie.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you for tuning in. This is going to be a quick one. Hopefully I wanted to do an update on FTN Bay and Doodaloo, that whole situation, because she did her interview on Tasha K. It was a live. I did watch the whole thing, and since I've been reporting on it, talking about it, I was just like, well, I need to put my 2 pence in it, you know what I mean? Because it is a lot. Like, it's a lot, and I can just imagine how draining like it must be, because it's just crazy. Like, it's so mad. And before that, I did put out a clip, the last video that I did when things went left between her and Tasha K, and it's never happened before. It has never happened. I actually didn't think that they were going to put out the interview, but they put out the interview, and if you didn't watch it, you have to go on her channel to watch it. But yeah, let's just get into the video. First of all, let's talk about the entry. So when I love the setting, by the way. Let's talk about that. Like, I really love the setting. It was more like dark, and yeah, like it was, you could tell like the atmosphere was set. And the first thing that I want to say about this situation, at this point I don't even know what's real, what's not real, who's telling the truth, who's not telling the truth, because when it first came out, even I was just like, if this happened to your son, like, first of all, the time that you left it to get it checked was a bit questionable to me, because at the end of the day, if screws are being put up my son's anus and he's crying, he's in hysterics, which I believe that would be the result of it, I would get that checked out straight away, and surely he would bleed. Now, for it to be waited for a month to get for him to for this to come up, I found that a bit weird and like questionable. So I don't know what happened in between that. I don't know if she's said it and it's getting lost in transit, it's just getting lost somewhere. So when she came down and she did for her interview, she sat there. Now she was like this. She was literally like so defensive. It was unreal. Like, she was so defensive. Like, she came like without no makeup, no nothing. And the thing that's interesting is, on all of her lives, she might not have had like full makeup done, but she's put on a filter. Like, why'd you put on a filter if you're going to talk about something and you're going to be crying? Because the last video, one of the videos, she was proper in hysterics, like she was crying, but you've got a filter on. Like, you had time to pick a filter. Listen, I know how filters work, okay? You had time to get your phone. Nah, this filter, oh no, I need a filter that looks real, so that obviously they can't tell that I've got a filter on. So you had time to do all of that stuff, but you come on an interview which has been set and prepared for, and you don't even bother to like do your makeup, do nothing. Like, okay, cool. I find that a bit suspect, a bit weird. And all of my questioning, by the way, is not to suggest that she's lying or to state that she's lying. Allegedly, this is what happened to her 5-year-old, I believe he's 5-year-old son. And you know, it is what it is. He did the lie detector and it came back negative. It came back that he's telling the truth, and at this point I'm just concerned about the boy. Like, I'm not even concerned about who's telling the truth, who's not anymore, because I don't even know. Because she's saying that he did the lie detector and it came back as he's telling the truth. However, she doesn't want to now believe the lie detector results, bearing in mind that this is somebody that she recommended. So if you're recommending that person and the lie detector is positive, like he's telling the truth, why do you not want to believe it? Because he's telling the truth. It's not what you wanted. But if it was him saying that it is negative, like he's lying, then you would have believed it. But how is it that it's someone that you recommended, your results came back as telling the truth, you okay with that, you can accept that? His is that he's telling the truth, but you can't accept that, but it's coming from the same source. That's what I don't understand. But what she's trying to say, she didn't say it outright, but when you watch the interview, this is what you would kind of get. What she's trying to say is that something, it may have been tampered with, like the results may have been tampered with, because as far as she's concerned, like, that's not how the test results are sent over. It's not just like a piece of paper. It's a really big and long thing. So the results that Tasha K has, like, that's questionable, and she stated that they're gonna get to the root of that, because she don't want to know. So that was the first thing. The first thing is like how defensive she was. It's almost like she kind of had a prejudged mindset on how Tasha K would see her or sees her. And my thing is that the last clip that I posted, you know, a lot of people were like saying, oh, Tasha K is bad vibes and this and this and that, which I kind of get. But when I watched the interview, I thought she was quite professional. I thought the way that she handled it was quite well from what was put out anyway. I felt like she was calm, like Tasha K was calm. I felt like Tasha K kind of allowed her to say what she wanted to say. I feel like Tasha K was trying to be sensitive to the situation. She did say to her that she's going to be unbiased, whether she believes it or not, that he's innocent. That's beside the point. The fact is, I'm letting you know that in this specific interview, I'm going to be unbiased about the whole situation. So, but it was almost like she was waiting for Tasha to say something, so that she can be like, there you go, like that's what I'm waiting for. Like, she was so on edge, like so on the fence, and I think Tasha kind of felt it. And I like the way that Tasha handled it, in a way that she could see it, but she was trying to navigate the conversation, not to offend, not to trigger, but she was going to get triggered anyway. Regardless, she was going to get triggered. So why are you coming to an interview and you're already triggered? And a lot of the things that were triggering her was what David was saying, like, you know, the fact that the relationship aspect of things. It was almost like, well, why is he telling you that he cares about me, for example, but publicly he wants to make me look like I am the crazy girlfriend, like, or the crazy ex-girlfriend? But at this point, why are you so concerned about David and how he feels about you and how he's portraying you to the public? And I get it. When, like, one of the worst things that I hate is when a guy wants to be public, like, horrible to me publicly, but privately you want to be nice. Like, no, what we're not gonna do, we're not gonna do that. And I hate that. And so I can understand her frustration with that. The thing that kind of makes me question the situation is when she was saying that the boy, her son, lied. So she acknowledges that. But what she's now saying is that allegedly David actually penetrated her son, right? But if David penetrated your son, why would you then have a 4-hour conversation with him, talking about getting back together, talking about this and this and that? Why would you do that? And then you get angry because you now feel like he manipulated you. So you go back on the internet and now try and bash it and try and reverse things. So let's say, for example, he said, okay, babe, like, let's be together. Oh, my battery's about to die. Let's be together. This and this and that. Then what would happen? Like, what would you do then? Like, would you then allow it? Like, would it then be okay? I think you guys kind of get the gist. Anyways, my battery is about to die and I want to say goodbye properly, so make sure that you subscribe. I'm so sorry that I had to cut this short, but I'm currently outside now, and I thought, let me just come on quickly and say this, but I don't want it to die in the middle of what I am talking. But yeah, that is just the whole situation. Like, the whole thing is sad. I think they are still going to be going to court because she's saying that there's a new case opened, and I feel sorry for the boy. Like, I don't know, like, at this point it's just too many things that doesn't make sense. If you feel like he manipulated you and pressured you, then why would you sit on the phone for him for 4 hours? And then it's like, well, did he do that presently or did he do that over the phone? You guys go and watch the interview so that the things that I'm saying makes sense. But obviously, if you've been following the story, then you will kind of get what I'm talking about. If not, then watch the previous videos to kind of get an understanding of it. Why would you? Yeah, I just didn't like how defensive she was, like. And what Tasha was saying was that they obviously accommodated for her and Wes, which is her son, for her and her son to come down, like hotel, everything was paid for, but she didn't bring her son. She left her son. Bearing in mind, she's saying that she doesn't have family, and your son has just been abused, so why would you now leave your son all by himself when you could have bought him? But then again, if she bought him, who would have looked after him? I get it, sis. I mean, I don't know, but what I do know is that this is somebody's real life, and as much as they are just celebrities who have put their lives out there, and for us to just comment over, which is what we will do when you put your life out there, this is somebody's real life. This is a little boy who is going through this traumatic experience, and the more it just keeps going on the internet, the more that it's just sad. Like, just end it, you know, just end it all. Just let the courts deal with it. Stop with the interviews, stop with the online thing. Just let it be dealt with accordingly, because as much as you're dealing with it as like a mother, he's also going to be dealing with it, because it's all on the internet. Now everybody's going to know that he's been penetrated. All his friends, everybody, they're going to know. And he's going to have to live with that because you put it out there. You putting out his business. As much as a minor, but you have to remember that he's going to grow up with that. So you have to ask yourself, like, do I want to be putting him through that? Like, do you get it? Like, do I really want to be putting...